Okay, we just let all the puppies back inside. And I feel like the question, how are we doing this? So my house is really separated where all the dogs are into sections for the reason of I need to be able to move around the dogs without them all in the way. Hi, baby.
Hey, Mommy.
Hi.
Can I do my iPad?
Yes. And we're always multitasking. That's just the life. But I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of what our puppy routines tend to look like in abbreviated form. After one round, we kind of just rotate the sections and areas and puppy care. But little glimpse, you'll get a little more view of my house as well. So welcome to a day in the life. The first thing I do in my house is try to get everybody fed and things cleaned up. Usually Honey comes first because she's got the babies, and it's actually a lot faster to do her whelping area. And then I can get her set to be back and nurse and not worry about me. So she gets food. Sometimes I go feed the other dogs, but in this case, I fed her, moved the babies, and cleaned up so that I could get her clean. And then she knows her routine with me to get cleaned up, go back, wait while I weigh and do ENS and ESI with the puppies, returning them to her. It's still a quick process. At this point in the week, I'm also then working on puppy food. Before I get the puppy areas cleaned up, because they started eating, I'm gonna feed them in their whelping boxes, just clean it out enough to have clean areas to eat. And then it's a bigger cleanup process because they're so wet and mushy. In my food, I put ground up kibble, and then instead of goat milk, I currently have on hand some goat milk formula, so I'm adding that along with their step 2 food. It's like a weaning formula that helps them transition from milk, straight milk, just to food. So that's what they're getting in these bowls, and they get messy. So that's why I haven't done a full turnover of their pens. Then I fed Honey, but I need to feed all the other dogs. So Rosie, Luna, Ajax, and then currently we have Rudy still with us, so they will all get food. Ajax has a bunch of pills. The mamas have some probiotic. They all get that in their food, but again, it's a process with all these dogs at one time. So you see a little bit of how my brain works. Usually I would have sat down and done ESI, but because I was thinking, oh, I need to feed those puppies before I go clean their area, I'm gonna give them food and then come back and do this. So that's what happened, even though I told you what I was trying to do the few days before. With 3 litters on the ground, things change with each litter every day, and so each day I'm having to readjust and do what works to make sure they're all taken care of, Mama's all taken care of. This happened to be a day where kids were pretty occupied and didn't need a lot from me, but that's definitely not always the case. So every day is an adventure. Now it's time for all the puppy shuffle. So puppies have been fed, mamas have been fed, Honey's turned over completely. So I will get this ready for Luna's puppies to come and do curriculum in a different space than they sleep in. I will clean Luna's area, move Rosie's puppies into Luna's sleeping area where they do curriculum, and then turn over Rosie's area and potentially move them back just because there's more curriculum space. So it kind of becomes a holding pattern. Where do I want to put them? What's clean and what needs to be picked up? Of course, Rudy's with us, and so we continue to do training in and out. I didn't put all of the little clips that I came and just made sure he was out to a potty or put away for nap time, or did our little training session. So that and little bits of kid here and there, obviously. So here is the giant litter shuffle. Of course, it takes me with Luna's litter 4 trips, 2 puppies in each arm. Same with some of the others. But once they're all in here, I like to be with them to make sure I can reassure when they see new things. This is this litter's first opportunity with pumpkins. They had the familiar pads already, but I try to do a couple days of each curriculum exposure, something new, something old in each day's experience. And I'm doing a little more handling as they need it. I did the baths today, so that really took over their handling for today. had her curriculum and bath and turned over. They're napping, nursing. Luna's puppies are just done with their curriculum in the living room and are now napping, so I get to go like steal that out before they wake up potty on things, and we have to start over with cleaning. Rosie's puppies are still doing their curriculum because they were last. I moved her in. She's at a stage where she won't necessarily stay in nurse, so she's gonna hang out with them for a little bit. They're still playing. They'll nap soon. So it's time to hang out with my kids. And yes, the reality is pile from today started this morning from last night's leftovers, stuff to dry, and I get to start a little bit of turnover for laundry, get everything reset and placed in places again to clean the next time. I shouldn't have to do a full turnover again today, but things happen and I will clean up as we go. 1, to keep the puppies clean. I just actually bathed them all. 2, to keep my house not stinky, because this is where we live and no way I'm gonna live in stinky dog mess. And so I'm also going to, at this point, now that everything's clean, turn on my diffusers on and go play with my kids. So it's a weekend. That's what it's looking like here in the morning, and decently manageable. Puppy. The dogs are still going to follow me around. Oh, and the last thing I have to do is go outside and pick up the yard. So I will do that so that the yard isn't a disaster. And then after all the puppies wake up, the next curriculum will be outside play in the back, outside play in the front. We might do some food together with the bigger litters again. Honey's litter is still pretty easy and just maintaining. But that is kind of a day in the life. We saw more of a morning in the life and how we're making it work. 3 litters on the ground here at High Desert Family Doodles. So thanks for joining us. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell so that you don't miss the next video. We'll see you soon. Did I mention shower? I don't know if I said shower, but hopefully people know that I shower and I'm not just disgusting all the time, because I do shower. Okay, sometimes it goes as expected. Sometimes it's time to play outside. So Rudy needed to be out for a little bit, and Rosie's puppies were still pretty active. So we're doing some family time outside in the puppy yard. Puppies are exploring all the things. Come here, pups. Good puppies. Pup. And then we are gonna make a pancake breakfast because that's what my kids suggested or wanted. It's more like a brunch, let's be honest, on Saturdays. And then I will shower. I do shower, especially after a day like today. Hi, stinkies. Yeah, hi. Thank you. Okay, thanks for joining us.